In today's tutorial, we will be doing a memory effect. It's really easy and quick to do. So we're going to click on the first image right here. So when you have your image, I just want you guys to zoom in on the timeline a little bit, okay? Just keep zooming in until you start seeing these numbers here, like 15F, 10F, okay? So that F actually stands for frames, right? So I want to trim this down to around 8 frames, okay? So this is your 9 frame right there. I'm going to bring it right here so it's at 8 frames, okay? I want to add in some scale keyframes. So I'm going to click on the scale keyframe right there at the start of the clip. I'm going to bring this towards the end of the clip right there. I'm going to zoom in as well. And then I'm just going to tuck this in to the right, okay? So now that I have this clip ready, when I'm bringing in the next clip, okay, I want to measure it and make sure that it's the same length of this. So I'm going to bring my play here to the end of this clip, and then click on the clip on the top, hit W to trim off the access. So now I know that the clip is 8 frames as well. Okay, so that's how you're going to measure your clips, and then just do your keyframing after this. Okay, so now I've already done this, so I have all the clips ready right here. So when you actually repeat the process and do it for the rest of your clips, you should probably end up with something like this. Okay, so that's already half of the memory effect that's already done. Okay, there's just some effects that we place on the top to make it look real cool. So we're going to head on over here to the effects panel, and we're going to type vignette. Grab the vignette effect and place it on the top of all of your clips. Trim off the access, and the next effect that we're going to use is called wide angle. Grab your wide angle and just pop it in there. Okay, so the wide angle gives you some lens distortion at the edges of your frame right here. So you can bring up the strength a little bit to maybe around 50. Okay, and next we're going to head on over and get an effect called chrome blur. Grab the chrome blur effect and just add it on top of the stack right there. Trim off the end. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to add in our cutout. So I'm going to bring in a clip right here of Messi, and I'm just going to scale him up a little bit right there. Just put it down like around there, and I'm going to remove the background. Okay, so get CapCut to remove the background, head on over to stroke, click luminescence, and hit black. Okay, so next I actually want to just speed up this clip a little bit, this one here. So I'm going to click on that and just bring it over 2x, okay, and then trim off the access right there. So when that's done, we're going to play things back. You'd probably have a memory effect right here, just like that. Okay, so let me just bring Messi down a little bit here as well. Okay, I'm going to now add in a black and white filter. So if you want the background images here to be black and white, you're going to head on over to filters and just type BW3. You can put any black and white filter you want and just chuck it in here under this cutout of Messi. Okay, so now the clips underneath would actually be black and white. So if you play things back, okay, that's how you have the black and white memory effect. Okay guys, I hope this helped, and I hope you had fun. If you did enjoy yourself, learn something new, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.